his funeral was held at Black Star Square. So a couple of dates for you to think about, 27th January. And on this day, I hang with David Jedu. He gives us all things IT, tech, electronic. He's the man. He's with Cyber Zone GH. Follow them across social media. And today we're talking about footprints.
Yes.
Digital footprints.
Yes,
yeah? What's up?
Yeah,
What's a digital footprint, man?
All right, thank you, and good morning to our viewers.
Good morning, good morning.
When we talk about digital footprint, we mean, are you leaving data behind whilst you visit this internet space?
All right.
Right, so sometimes maybe you've been into an interview whereby you got there and people, they are asking you more, or it seems they know more about you than what you have on your CV. Yeah, or sometimes you apply for university and with all those good grades, you are not able to qualify, they still reject you. And quite recently also, we heard that one person from the law had passed everything but was not able to go to the bar because of digital or electronic footprint.
Yeah.
So what are we leaving behind on the internet? Right, today maybe you are going for visa interview. Before you get there, sometimes they get your digital footprint. They get to know, yes, what do you have on the internet? So, Cav, we are going to look at what we leave behind on the internet. Some are passive, some are active. The passive ones are what these platforms, Google and other platforms, take from us that we don't know. The active ones are what you give to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, about yourself, LinkedIn. You write a lot about yourself.
All right. So it's like going to the beach, and as you walk on the sand and you look behind you, you see your footprints. So this is a digital version.
Yeah, digital
Wherever
version.
you're walking on the internet, your footprints are there.
It's there.
Let's see what we can do about it.
All right. So, Kav, let's start with Google. Right. So here, when you go to Google, you search for myactivity.google.com. Right. So here, these are my activities. So here, I have the web and the app activity on. I have my location history on. I have my YouTube history on. What is this doing? So this morning I just did some few search. So you see here I did some few search. You see, it has been able to grab all. So this should tell us that Google itself is keeping track of whatever we do.
For what?
Yeah, because you've signed on to their platform and you've also allowed them to do web and web app activity on. So that means that now this being on, you're able to get everything that you record on your using your Gmail account on their platform.
Can I get Google to stop following me?
Why not? We're going to go through that protective mechanism and what we need to know, what we need to do for them to stop tracking us or get information about us. So that's what we are trying to do this morning. So yes, to check here. So here, what I will do now is I'll put this one to off.
That's all.
Just going to off this one.
So it's myactivity.google.com.
Yes, yes. So you off this one, then you come back here. So you just put them off.
Put them off.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me see here.
It's time for Google to stop following me. Yeah. Myactivity.google.com.
Yeah. So you
do that right now. Please take your phones. If you don't want Google to follow you, just go there. Myactivity.google.com. We'll stop following you. Why? So they follow you for what?
Oh no. Most times we allow them to do so. Sometimes it helps them to be able to easily refer things to us within our space or within our content, what we like, So if you are a fan of football, you see that mostly when you go online, you get things around football, about matches. When you're also IT guy or cybersecurity guy, because of your search history, they're able to get and bring to you those things. And one thing we normally do is what we see online called cookies. Right, so you normally see accept cookies. So when you accept cookies, what it does is it stores it into their database to be able to refer things to you. And also they say that they use that to enhance their platform. So you have to be careful. The website that you accept cookies on, how well do you know that website? And what are the information this website is keeping from you? Because we know that digital footprint is massive, something that whatever we do, they are keeping track of us. So that is it. All right. So when you come to, let me come here to Instagram too. Yeah. So this is Instagram, right? So when you go to Instagram too, we have a lot of info that we give to Instagram, right? We have a lot, so we can go to profile here. So what we can do is, if you want to be private on Instagram, what we can do is can put your account on private, right? So I can come here, right, then go to privacy and security. Then I can make this account private.
Okay.
And that some of my informations are not known on the space, right? So that is
So that's Instagram.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Instagram.
What
Now,
next?
let's come here, Cav. Now, still with our browser history, we have this platform called search.google.com, right? Then you do /search console, right? So here, this one, I have a website on this email. So this email, if you check the email, it's CyberZone GH. I have a kind of website on it. But if you don't have a website on it, you have a form to request, right? So you go in there, then you put it any website that has written something about you and you want to take it down, you could be able to use that to
Okay.
do it.
Right.
So, and we have
So you
one
can deal with
here.
fake news people.
Yes, so
Alright.
yeah, we'll get to another platform there that would help us do that
What do you want me
easily.
to help you?
Yeah, let's go here. Okay, so this platform to possibly they have written a lot of article about me, fake ones, bad ones, and I want to deal with them. I want to find out some information about them, then take those articles down. I'll just write the name of the website. So this website is called whois.domaintools.com, right? So here I'll put in the website. So the website should be cyberzonegh.com. Should not be there shouldn't be any 7 there,
Okay.
right? So then can you place on search for me? Yeah. So what are we doing? We want to know the owners of these, right?
Okay. Who owns the website?
So registrant, David
David
Jedu,
Jedu,
that's
it's you.
me, right? So, and the organization is what? The Cyber
Cyber
Zone,
Zone.
and they have some. So in case I want to write to these people, if they've written something about me, easily I can use this one to do it, right? And also, if you are on social platforms and maybe you want to delete maybe your, or you want to get information about your Facebook post, right? Normally what happens is Facebook keep a lot of info about us. The ones you've deleted, the ones you've posted, even the videos you've deleted, messages you've deleted are still on their servers.
Why?
Yeah, because see, one thing that we always say that anything that you post on the internet, when you delete it, it doesn't go. So be careful what you post. Just think of it. You know, we have a platform like WhatsApp GB, WhatsApp FM, Pink WhatsApp, WhatsApp Good, those WhatsApp platforms. And if I'm using WhatsApp GB, and you send me WhatsApp message and you delete it from your side, I will still have it on my phone. So you ask yourself, so where are all those data kept?
Can Facebook do bad things with the information that they keep?
Yeah, data privacy. You know, what we say is Facebook also sells, or other platforms, let me say other third-party platforms, sells our data to other companies, right? So we have a platform like Whiteboard. We have a platform like Whiteboard. When you get to whiteboard.com, you could be able to get information about people just putting in their name.
But have I given them permission to sell my data to somebody else?
And so
These are not onions.
yes. So the point is you have to limit the info you give them, right? So especially when you go on your social platform, Facebook, LinkedIn, you have to know what they have about you. And one trick here is that if maybe they have information about you, and like Facebook, Instagram, when you should delete your account, they give you 30 days, right? But still, if the account is there, I would go and populate the account with maybe wrong info about me.
So you are not trying to you're trying to fake news, fake Facebook, or trying to throw them off.
You try to throw them off. We are talking about privacy, right? So you try to throw them off so that they will not be able to limit you or maybe target you with some of their ads.
I think that's how come I see some people's status profile and say address Black Star Square, you know,
we just have to be
country,
so
Canada.
we have to be careful.
So they're trying to throw
then.
people off.
Throw people off,
okay.
So that's one. And there are some certain things that we need to be doing, especially you see when you use when you use Google, Chrome, Safari, and the rest. What they do is they track us, right? So they also get us some information. They do the cookies to grab us, to grab cookies. So when you use website like DuckDuckGo promise you that it promises you what? Private search, track blocking, and site encryption. So what this means that when I should download something or I should go through these DuckDuckGo people, my privacy is secure.
So DuckDuckGo is like a competitor to Google or Bing or any of those guys. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's a search engine?
It's a search engine, and it's more security conscious.
Okay, all
right.
right.
So if we are, I'm not saying go away from Chrome, right? You can use Chrome and that, because when you are looking for search, Google has the highest, right?
Of course, yeah.
So you can use those ones for the normal stuff, but things that has got to do with private stuff, you should be able to use DuckDuckGo.
Okay.
Not only that, you can also talk about that.
This one?
Yeah. So this one too is called the Brave.
Brave.com.
Yeah. So Brave.com. So you can download this as how you've downloaded your Chrome on your system.
They're making some big claims. They say 3 times faster than Chrome, better protection from Google and big tech. Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So
All right.
So yeah,
Brave, huh?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
So we have Brave there that will do the job for you.
Okay.
So let me bring this thing back here.
Yeah.
So we are looking at the footprint and what the internet keep about us when we go. Okay. So sorry. Let me bring it up. Okay. Here is it. It should be up. Okay. Yeah. So here we are. So we're talking about Brave here. Yeah.
Okay.
So, you have Brave for you. So either we normally use the Chrome, the Safari. We should try using this platform now to help us, encrypt some of our data and protect us from some of these sites that are tracking us.
What are some of the consequences of not taking care of your digital footprints?
Yeah, one of them is they could tarnish your image, because to all that someone is really forging some information about you. I think last week we said that when you are there, you should try to pin your name, try to search your name to see what people have said about you, right? If you have any wrong info on your name or about your name, you can just request for them to delete it. Now, so we are talking about reputation here. When they have bad info about you, it affects your reputation. And also, that's what we said. Some people go for interview. Now, I have been in a meeting, or one of the services people also run to us for is when they are hiring you to an organization, they say, okay, this is the person. We want his or her digital footprint. So before you sit in the meeting to be interviewed,
They have the rundown.
They have everything about you. You started Facebook maybe 2010. You said then you were 18 years. But today on your CV, you said you are still 22 years, right? So all these things are things that doesn't tally.
The football age thing will catch up with you, eh?
So we are talking about, and you said that on your Facebook, you said that you went to a Ekwapim, but now here it said OSCO. You go to LinkedIn. So we gather all those information, and sometimes you had qualified, but because of the lies around you, you don't have them. And that's how I started saying that some people have been rejected to go into the bar because of their digital footprint. You might go for visa interview and they reject you not because you are not qualified, because what the internet keeps about you is bad. What you have permitted them to put there is bad. So that's why we need to go there, correct some of these things, and block some of them from taking our personal details. And some of us, right now I'm in GBC, I take a picture and I go to Instagram and I send and I add my location, GTV. So right now, they are tracking us, getting our location. Ask yourself, when you allow location tracking on your phone, at the background, what is happening?
What is happening? You tell me. What is happening?
Yeah, like right now, if I enable my location on Instagram, I post and enable my location on Instagram, that means Instagram is able to record the coordinate here. So in case something should happen, we have something called the GAC. The law enforcement authority can go and request to access information about what I've been doing on Instagram, and Instagram could provide them the days, the dates where I went with all my IP, the locations, coordinates being there because I enabled those things. Right, so this some of the things we are saying. And aside that,
is it true though? Before you go, that when you buy a phone, the location is like already set to on. And so you have to go and now take it off.
When you buy, it depends on the phone you are using. With Android, iOS, what you need to do is when you buy a phone, you have to go to the settings, the privacy, and there are some features that needs to be enabled, put off. There are some features that are rarely enabled. You see here, when I went to Google, they have done this automatic, so I have to go and turn it off.
Turn it off. So it comes preset automatically.
Some of them comes preset.
Okay, all right.
So you need to go and turn them off because it's a feature that they are serving a lot of people. Maybe you might not need it, but someone is not security conscious. It's just he hasn't cared about all these things, so he will just leave it on. So it's a function that they leave it on for you to go and disable them if you think about your privacy and your security.
I when I started using Google Maps to find my way around.
Yeah.
One day, all of a sudden, I looked at my phone, and then when I went to the Google Map, it had home.
Yeah. They've registered that on.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
How did that happen? How did the phone decide that this is where I live?
See, one thing that we should know is everything that happened, we have algorithms and we have crawlers on our devices. Because you have allowed your location. Maybe you are using Bolt app or Uber app and it's assessing your location. And normally when you are requesting from the app, sometimes you say home. Maybe you have saved it home, or they have noticed that that has been your consistent place.
The car doesn't move.
That has been
the phone doesn't move for 8 hours every day.
So they search for you. And it will interest you to know that if you should do an email forensics on your personal email, the kind of info that they will give to you, you have no idea of.
Yeah.
They give to you a lot of information that would really, you ask yourself, how did they get all these things?
You know the crazy thing, when I moved home, the home location changed.
Yeah, it will change
on my phone.
Yeah, it will change. Your location is on, so they are getting access
right.
and they are tracking us around. So
Okay.
the best thing here is that we should know the things we give to these people. That's why I said the types of them. You have the passive and you have the active. The passive is what they take from us that we don't know, and that we are using other platforms to block them. And also we are very careful about the cookies we are accepting. Then the active ones are what you give to them. What you are giving to them, you have to be very careful about that.
Is it possible for me to completely erase my footprints, my digital footprint?
To some extent, you can say yes, but not entirely on the platform or on the internet, because we have something we call the archive.org, where it can even take me back 10 years to how Google was looking. So that should tell you that even if the server is dead, they can still access the information over there, right? So what we are saying that whatever we put over there cannot be entirely deleted. Yes, we can prevent it from people seeing it and others, and I can block my search and other stuff, but entirely CAF is no.
What about if I decide to get off all the social media platforms, take off all signs that I've been around, and I don't go on the internet again?
And where would you watch Cafe on GTV Friday with Tech Hour?
Or we'll watch it on free-to-air GTV, or on somebody's phone.
Yeah, so the point here is that, you can't do that, but this is the world that we live in.
We are plugged in, eh?
Yeah, so we advise them to know what they do. I always say that when you come on the internet, your protection, your security is at your own hands. You protect yourself. No one do that for you. So you have to learn all these things to protect yourself.
Is it true that yams cannot be tracked?
I would say,
because they are analog?
From the GPS level, it can't. But don't forget that when you have a yam phone, you have your SIM inside, right? So all jokes aside, you have a call coming in, a message coming, a text message coming. If there's a court order from the court to the ISP, they release to the authorities. That is the authorities. They can record wherever you receive the message with the coordinate.
Using an analog phone?
Yeah, but that is on the authority side, on the authority level. It's not something, but
a simple hacker cannot hack my yam.
No. What they could probably do is maybe they can, we have what we call the insider attack, the insider threats that they work within team. So maybe they team up with some people, then they get their job done. But when you are using those Android phones, I can just send you an image, embed a link in there. When you click on it, I start getting your location, because your location, you have a GPS. But if it's a YAM, I can't send you those things. So the security on YAM, to some extent, it's a bit okay done to these smart devices. So the advice is you can get a YAM to do your personal stuff, to make your personal calls, and you have your smart device to also enjoy this new digital era.
All right, David, before you bounce out for your weekend, give us some quick tips on digital footprints and how to protect ourselves.
Yeah, so the first thing is you have to know that whatever you put on the internet can never or entirely be deleted. So you have to check the things you put there. And please, if your social platform, you are not using it for anything, put it on a private mode where some of the information will not be out there for people. And you protect your own self. So think about security always. Have time, a bit of time to read about security. If not anything, Friday, 6:30 to 7, you can watch us here. We'll come and help you out.
One time. Thanks for the plug. David Jedu of Cyberzone GH, across social media, everywhere. You're on TikTok too.
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everywhere. Snap, everywhere. Yeah. You're everywhere. And what kind of services does your company provide?
We training, we talk about tracking, gadgets, everything about cybersecurity. You can just hook us up. We'll sort you out. There's someone that is owing you, are looking for the person for ages. Let's talk backdoor CAF.
One time. That's David Jedu from Cyberzone GH. So whenever you use the internet, remember that you leave a trail of information known as your digital footprint. They originate from the content that you create actively, your passive participation on the internet, and then platform-generated data such as posting on Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp, you named all the platforms, subscribing to your newsletter, leaving a review on Amazon, shopping online. They are following you big time. And so you need to know how to manage your digital presence. And you've got all that information from David Jedu of Cyberzone GH. This entire conversation is on our GTV Breakfast, GTV Ghana page on Facebook. So go follow us there. We're around 40-something thousand and growing almost every day. Okay? And thank you very much, David. All the very best. Still to come, the ladies hang with us, Shamima and Akosia, on the headlines. King Ayisoba is joining us for breakfast. Kwesi P is joining us for breakfast. Jay Nice, I mean, it's all music right here on the 27th January edition of GTV Breakfast. Our WhatsApp number is 055-556-1034. I see that the Ghana Education Service has put out a statement following the drowning of these 8 students in the Bono East area who were going to school on the Volta Lake. They took a lift from a fisherman. The canoe overturned. 8 of them were killed, were drowned, and the GES responds belatedly with a message of condolence. There's more coming up on our show. Go to gbcghanaonline.com for news on our website. You stick around. We've got sports news